Come on, this feels different. Come on up here. What is that? Is that a crappie? He's on the top. We got 2 fish. What the heck? Nobody told me I had a fish on here. No way, I didn't know I had a fish. He didn't let me know. There we go, fish on. Feels like a pretty good fish. Feels pretty hefty, honestly. What is this? Oh, is that a big slab? Look at this. We got ourselves a slab. We got ourselves a slab. Look at that. Really nice crappie right there, guys. Really nice crappie. So that's a keeper. We're going to throw him in the live. Well, we're going to keep a few of these guys today, for sure. Before we go off and do some other things. Go ahead. Get that thing going. That looks good. First fish today is a crappie. Okay, so here's the rig I'm throwing. It's pretty standard, throwing a double jig rig. I've got 2 of the Crappie Magnet roos on there. This is a new soft plastic from Crappie Magnet, and it's in the Isom color. It's just kind of an orange chartreuse. Got an 1/8 ounce head on top, 1/16 ounce on the bottom. This is a double cross jig head from Crappie Magnet. Really like these jig heads. I'm using the ACC Crappie Stix. This is a 7 foot. It's a prototype rod. It's an ultralight. We're trying to dial in on some new actions, and I really like this rod a lot. It's actually kind of beefy. It's got a fast action. It feels amazing. And I've got just a little reel on here with some 10-pound ACC Crappie Stix braid. And we're gonna toss it back up here so we can catch another one. There's a fish. Wonder what this is. I bet it is a yellow bass. It is a yellow bass. Look at this. Next fish of the day is a little yellow bass, not a big yellow bass. There's some monsters out here. It's a little guy. We're gonna send him back. Hopefully catching these monster yellow bass out here today. There we go, he smashed it. Smashed it right here at the boat. Fighting a little different. What is that? Oh, it's a little baby striper. Hey, a little baby striper. Little baby striper, look at this guy. Oh gosh, he's trying to tear me up. I knew it was fighting a little bit different, and I was kind of hoping it was a big yellow bass, to be honest with y'all. But, oh, third fish and third species of the day, a little striped bass. Would love to get into some a little bit bigger than this. I got a buddy who's wanting me to catch some for him, so I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna do my best. There's a bunch of fish jumping way out there against that bank. I'm gonna try to rig up something here in a second so I can reach them. I got my big pole with me, my big catfish pole, and we're gonna put a big weight on there and send it out there in a second. They are schooling like crazy out there. I got a fish. Hey-yo. This ain't a very big one. I think it is another yellow bass. What do we think? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Yep. Oh, it's a jumbo. That's more like it right there. That's a nice yellow bass. Look at the tank on this one. He's got some nice yellow color to him. I love their disposition. Look at their eyes. They look concerned all the time. And I believe they have good reason to. There's a lot of big fish out here that eat those guys. I'd like to see if we can get another crappie right here, see if that's going to be a thing today. Sometimes you can get up here and just catch crappie after crappie after crappie. And some days they're ghosts. Sometimes I'll come up here and I won't catch a crappie for 5 or 6 trips in a row. This is not a crappie. Yellow bass done figured out that there's some juicy jigs out there. It's a striper. I lied. It's a striper. It's a striper. And there's fish just jumping everywhere. Another striper. Not quite big enough. I need something a little bit bigger. Need to be at least a pound. There we go. Got a little something on there. I'm gonna reel him in real slow and see if another fish tries to grab the other bait. Oh, I think he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. I'm trying to catch 2 at once. It feels light. It feels light. Sometimes if you reel him in slow, another fish will grab the other jig. It's not feeling too crazy. Oh. Oh, we did it. It worked. Look at that. We did it. First double of the day. Double yellow bass. I thought it felt slightly different for a second, but that's the trick. If you have 2 jigs on or more, when you hook the first fish, just let them kind of swim around down there for a second, and usually they'll get competitive and you can grab a second fish. It's a good way to get a big fish too. Nice. Double yellow bass, baby. Oh, we got another one. Feels like another yellow bass. Okay, after we get this one in, we're gonna swap it up. We're gonna swap it up. Oh, it is? No, it's not. It's a crappie. I was jacking around with a crappie. Well, if it was a yellow bass, I would have swapped it up. But it was a crappie, not a keeper. All right, we're busting out the big rod. So, what I have here is my 10-foot catfish rod. And I am rigging up a double dropper of plastics. I've got a little swim bait I'm putting on the bottom hook for starts. So I want something a little bit bigger when I toss it out there. Hopefully lure in a little bit bigger fish. It's a 2.7-inch 6-inch Divine swim bait. And then on top, I'm just gonna put a little crappie magnet. And I like to do this because it kind of looks like the swim bait is chasing this little thing, which imitates like a little small bait fish, and triggers an ultimate feeding response. So this is 20-pound leader line. We've got a 2-ounce weight, and we're gonna send it up there. It's gonna get down to the bottom. We're just gonna reel it across the bottom, and hopefully it works today. In the past, this has been very, very deadly, and a good way to reach fish that other people just aren't reaching. Like, my maximum casting distance I'm able to get with my stuff is about, I don't know, 40 yards maybe, but this I can get close to 100. And a cover water that's just not getting fished as much, and the fish up there aren't as pressured, and I think that they group up further up there. So let's see if that's all true. Start casting this around, see if we can get bit. All right, first cast is the big pole. This works better when there's more current. There's not a whole lot of current, but I've been seeing a lot of fish jumping up here. Oh yeah, that was effortless casting distance. And there's also a really nice hole up there. And we're already on. What in the heck? That was crazy. It worked instantly. The only drawback is this pole is huge and it's heavy. This reel is heavy. This thing weighs like 10 times more than my crappie pole that I've been using. But it's a trade-off, you know, to get that casting distance, to reach those untouched fish. This is the way. Let's see what this is. Let's see what we're fishing for up there. Oh my gosh, giant yellow bass. Giant yellow bass on the swim bait. Holy cow, guys. This is as close to a yellow perch as we have here in this part of the state. There's actually a little bit of yellow perch action that happens up in north central Arkansas, but that is crazy. The yellow bass. He's a big one too. We'll send it back. First cast of the big pole. Let's turn around and do that again. And I've caught anything and everything you can think of with this method out here. I've caught crappie, I've caught striper, I've caught catfish. I kind of think my bait's got messed up. There we go, fish on. It's crazy how you can even feel them on this type of setup, but the rod's definitely sensitive enough paired with the braid. I've got ACC 20-pound braid on here. It is so smooth. It casts so far, so easy. Oh man. I might regret this if we don't start catching them bigs. Looks like we've got another fat yellow bass. Holy smokes, there are some giants out there. We're gonna need to catch more than just yellow bass to make this worth it, but for now, we will take it. Look at that, another giant yellow bass. Get bit, get destroyed, we got him. Do you really need a 10-foot catfish rod to catch little yellow bass? No. Is it fun? Mostly. If we start catching doubles, it'd be good, but man, this is a workout. Even if it's just little fish, just that resistance from 80 yards out there. There's two. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like to see. Double nice ones. Double bigs. Double big yellow bass. It's crazy. It's just the world's best yellow bass fishery. Might be. Another thick one. There we go. They don't really pull back. That's the only thing about the yellow bass. They really don't pull back. I'm trying to find something that's going to pull back a little bit. Okay, I'll let the thing kind of hang out down there, see if something else will grab the other jig. Doesn't seem like it. Hey, we're going to crank him in. My secret technique might not be the deal for getting some big ones today. I'm going to pick up my crappie pole again and try to catch a crappie. Fish the bait a little higher in the column. Oh, that's a, dang, that is a big one though. Holy cow, that's the biggest one of the day. This yellow bass is definitely the biggest one of the day. So thick. Hey, there we go. There we go, there's a little striper. I saw a bunch of minnows getting chased. Threw right in the middle of them with this. Ow. Ooh, I just got stabbed twice in my hand. Dang, he just stabbed me so bad. He got me. Those striper are ruthless. They will tear you up. There we go. That's a good fish. That's a good bite. I don't know what it is. Probably big yellow bass. Yep, big yellow bass. Big yellow bass on the crappie magnets. So yellow. Oh, we got doubles. We got doubles. We got doubles. Oh, we got our first white bass of the day. How crazy is it that we hadn't caught a white bass until now? Pretty cool. First double up with a white bass and a yellow bass today. Not too bad. You can see the differences pretty clearly. The yellow basses are really dark lines, and of course they're yellow. The white bass have a little more faded, a little bit lighter lateral lines. Got him. Just loaded up on it. He's coming up. Is this a crappie? Might be a crappie. He's coming up. Oh, is that a crappie? It is a little crappie. Finally got us another little crappie. He's not going to be big enough to keep, but he is another crappie. It's nice to catch a slab mixed in with all the yellow bass. There we go. That's a good bite. That's got to be a big old crappie. Come on. Come on, this feels different. Come on up here. Come on up here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I snagged him a little bit. What happened here? What do we got? What we got? He thumped. He's going in circles. Oh, is that a crappie? It is a crappie, and I did snag him in the head. I don't know how I did it. He thumped it. He must have headbutted it. Little crappie. Got it. We picked up the orange pole. We said we were leaving, but picked up the orange pole and we got something that bit it on the fall. It feels like we got at least, it looks like there's, oh, what is that? Is that a crappie? He's on the top. We got two fish. I don't know what we have. We have two fish though. We got at least one fish. I think we have two fish. He's on top. Might have a big old crappie. We might have a big old crappie. Whatever it is, bit it on the fall. This is about to be very interesting. There's at least one crappie on there. Holy cow. Look at that slab. Oh, look at this slab. Are you kidding me? Look at that. How about that for a double? Huge slab, white crappie. Bit the swim bait. And then we got this yellow bass on top. Let's set this crappie down. He's going in our box. Well, I'm going to do that again. That's why you always make at least one more cast. And then a couple more courtesy casts after that, because you never know when something crazy is going to happen. Dang, that's a donkey. That's a donkey white crappie. He's going in the box. That's a good bite right there. That might be a crappie. That might be a dang crappie. Dumped it like one. What the heck is that? Is that a giant yellow bass? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this yellow bass on, guys. Holy cow. That thing is huge. Thumped it like a big slab crappie. I was like 90% confident that's what I had, but no, a giant yellow bass. It is insane. All right, we are down here away from where we were fishing at, and we're about to do some catfishing. So I've got one of these little skipjack that I caught. I've also got a couple of yellow bass, and I have 3 rods. I'm gonna rig them up, Carolina rig, toss them out here and see if we can get big. And I'm gonna be putting big chunks of bait on there because I want to catch a big catfish. I've been hearing about some good ones out here, and I would like to tangle with one of those beasts. So let me grab my pole. I gotta rig up one of them. That's one of the poles I have that needs to be rigged up is the one that I had those double jigs on that I was tossing way up there. I cut that skipjack in 3 pieces. This is probably the smallest piece. I'm gonna put the bigger pieces on the other poles. There we go, Carolina rig, skipjack, fresh skipjack at that. We're just gonna toss them back here behind us. We'll fish here for a little while, but bites will move. But I've been seeing a little bit of bait here in the area. We're kind of in the main channel. Feel pretty decent about it. See if that lures one in. So the first one I rigged up is more of a conventional catfishing rig, but I've been on a mission to catch a giant fish on this rig right here. So this is an ugly stick. It's a light action, like 5.5 foot ugly stick rod that I caught out of the river one day, but I paired it up with one of my big catfish reels. So I got all the power and torque. I've got 30-pound braid. I've got 50-pound leader. So I've got the power, and the ugly stick rod, you know, it's not supposed to break. So we're gonna see, we're gonna toss this one out there next and put this big midsection of skipjack on there. So if anything does eat this thing, it should be of decent size. So let's see what happens. Wouldn't it be something crazy if we hooked like a 20 or 30-pound catfish on this thing? It'd be incredible. It'd honestly be a dream come true. But we're gonna send it out there and see what happens. It's me a little hard to cast. I mean, the rod freaking doubles over. I mean, look at it. The rod doubles over just trying to cast the thing. Wasn't too bad. Didn't get a whole lot of distance, but you don't have to get a ton of distance. The next pole, I'm gonna send it out there a good ways. This one here is definitely at risk of getting yanked in. Just got the big pole rigged up, and we got this big skipjack head. One bleeding everywhere, so hook him between the eyes. And we're gonna send him as far as we can out this way into the middle of this channel. I hope something eats it. We got a fish. We got a fish on. Unless I'm snagged up, fish on. And we got a fish on. Oh my gosh, my pole started acting like it was getting pulled in the water. What do we have here? What do we have here? Is it big? Oh, not bad. Nice blue cat. There we go. We got ourselves a kitty cat to add to the mix. That's a nice one too. Man, the way he bit that though made it look like he was gonna be a huge catfish. Look at that. We got our first catfish of the day. It was on that smaller piece of skipjack. I just noticed my rod acting like it was getting pulled out into the lake, and I was like, oh dang. And when I first hit him, he felt like a really big fish. He's about 5 pounds. About 5 pounds. And we are going to add him to the box with the crappie we got in there. Just a little mix. We get a little mixed plate of fish. That's an awesome catch. beautiful blue cat. Let's get another bait out there and catch another one. We got us another chunk of skippy. About the same size as that last chunk I caught that fish on. Super juicy. I love using fresh skipjack whenever I get them. I was excited when I caught that one. I think it's better than shad out here. Okay, let's send this guy back out there. Uh-oh. Go. Okay, same spot as before. Prop this rod back up. I got a fish on here? I got a fish on here, guys. What the heck? Nobody told me I had a fish on here. We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm actually moving. Maybe I shouldn't move. I'm gonna move. Is he big? Feels pretty nice. I had no idea I had a fish on here. I saw my pole bouncing a couple times, but he never took it. I guess he was just chewing on it and spinning in circles. This is the same pole I caught the first one with. And it's another one, honestly a little smaller. Second catfish. Yes. Oh, you got him. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Well, we got our second blue catfish of the day. I'm gonna throw him back. That's so crazy. I had no idea this fish was on there. You didn't let me know. You didn't try to yank my pole in the water, dog. You gotta do that. I need you to yank the pole in the water. Good fish. Throw them in there with the other one. Now we got two good catfish, a couple of crappie, got a good mess of fish. I want to do some exploring. I'm seeing a lot of birds kind of flying around out there, and it's a lot deeper out that way too. So I think it'd be worth it just to give it a shot and see. I only want to fish a little bit longer, so I figure we'll do some exploring and some investigating and see what we can turn up, especially now that we got two good catfish in the box to go with everything else we've caught today. We've had a good day of fishing. We got a fish. Oh my gosh, we got a fish on this pole. No way. No way, I didn't know I had a fish. He didn't let me know. Was that him up by the top? Okay, this is how we're ending the day right here, guys. We got a fish on the ugly stick. I literally have no idea how big he is. The rod just doubled over. Come on, be good. Don't be small. Don't be small, be big. Get bigger. Oh, it's a nice one. Can we boat flip with it? I'm scared to boat flip it. Yes. Holy cow, I had no idea. I mean, the rod bowed over just a little bit. What in the heck? We did it. We caught one on the ugly stick. I sat out here in this spot here for a while with nothing. That's how we're ending the day. With a surprise catch as we're loading up our stuff on the little ugly stick. That's crazy. Maybe there's one on this other pole. I don't know. I was not expecting that just then.